Hello and welcome to the Grandpackers. My name is Shannon and this is my first YouTube video. I thought that I would just take a few minutes to introduce myself, let people know how I got started into hiking, why I started this channel, and what you can expect from visiting. I grew up in upstate New York and spent the majority of my life there. About 5 years ago, almost 5 years, my family and I packed up everything and moved to South Carolina, which is where we currently live. To be honest, when we lived in upstate New York, we really didn't take advantage of the scenery or the outdoors. We would periodically take the kids camping when they were younger. But then once we had our third child, who is now 20, she's going to be 21 this year, we stopped that. We bought a house. We had 5.5 acres, so we pretty much just focused on growing our family, taking care of our house, and yard because we had a huge yard. So, that took up the majority of our time. We also have animals, so we really didn't do a whole lot outside. And again, the weather was a huge factor too, because you really couldn't make plans because the sun doesn't shine that much. So, you kind of had to work around the weather. We would go on, day hikes once in a while, but it was rare that we spent time outside. When we moved to South Carolina, the sun is out more often than not here. And so it really invigorated us. It gave us a lot of energy. We wanted to explore the new area that we live in. And so we found ourselves outside a lot. There's where we live in South Carolina, you can see the mountains from here. So we would just, pack up the car and go see the mountains and explore. And that's where I really developed my love for being outside. And just being in nature, challenging my body, that really just became something that I like to do through just starting and kind of being motivated by this scenery and the awe-inspiring views that we saw. I've also kind of transitioned into paddleboarding and kayaking and backpacking and going on trips and biking. So all of those things now interest me, and I am in my 40s, so I am discovering this love of nature and doing things outside kind of late in the game. But part of why I wanted to start this channel is because I want to let people know and see that it really doesn't matter how old you are. There is no expiration date on, when you get out or when you start to explore or learn new things about yourself. And so I just kind of want to, encourage others to get out there too, find what they're passionate about, and go after it, because it doesn't matter if you're 20 or if you're 40 or 60 or 70. It doesn't matter. The point is that you do it, right? That you learn more about yourself and the things that you like, challenging, like I said, your body to see what you're capable of. We're pretty incredible beings. So my hope with this channel is really just to kind of highlight that, take others on the journey with me and hopefully inspire you all to get out there and do something different. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, people who are hiking and camping and backpacking, kayaking, all of the things, right? And I'm so inspired by some of the things that I see in the people and their travels and their adventures. But to be honest, a lot of the people that I see are nomads. They either live in their vans or their RVs, and they're able to travel around and go to all of these amazing places. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that. I live in a sticks and bricks house. I work full time. My husband works full time. And so we have to get in where we fit in, right? Like get our camping in, our hiking in, all of our adventures, all of the things that we like to do. We have to kind of get that in when we can. And so what you can expect from us are like weekend warrior stuff, right? Things that you can do in a weekend or a day, whether it's me by myself or me and my dog or me and my best friend or my husband or my brother or my sister. Some of the adventures that we will go on, whether it's a day hike or a weekend backpacking trip. And later this month, we're going on a kayaking camping trip. So you can expect to see some of that stuff. You can expect to see us camping out of our SUV. My husband and I earlier this year built a platform bed for my 2020 passport because we wanted, well, my husband won't fly, so we have to drive everywhere. But we want to be able to go places and see things and, not have to spend a crap ton of money at a hotel or an Airbnb, and just, stay in areas where we can just take our vehicle. So those are the kinds of content that you can be expected to see. I have my dog's walking around. You could see him. He's looking out the window. So if he sees anything, he'll probably bark. But yeah, that's some of the content that you can expect to see. Stuff that is realistic for somebody to do, either on a weekend or during the day if you have just the day off. So I'm excited to share that with all of you. I want to show that being outdoors and doing some of the things and having a lifestyle like this is possible for people, not just people of all ages, but also people that work full time, and also show some of the areas that are around here because it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, that's kind of what you can expect. I really am excited to have you on this journey with me. Other things that you can expect, I guess, is a little bit of self-discovery for me. I'm kind of hoping that happens too on this. Every day I try to become more of the person that God created me to be. And so, I anticipate a lot of self-discovery and just learning about myself too. So what I mean by self-discovery is my husband and I are kind of in a transition phase. We have 3 children. Our son is in Japan currently. He is in the United States Air Force and has 3 years to go. Our middle daughter and oldest daughter, she is getting ready to enlist in the Navy. She's currently living with us, but she should be leaving in June. And then our youngest daughter, she recently moved out. And so we're kind of in this phase of transition from, being full-time parents or having, we're still full-time parents, but like having our kids at home to, they're transitioning out of the house and it's kind of, it's going to be just us and our dogs. We have 3 dogs. So, once our middle daughter leaves, then it's just going to be the 2 of us and with our animals. So, kind of like getting to know each other again is a priority, focusing on our relationship and our marriage. getting to know myself for so long, that's how I identified myself, was by the role of mother. And so while I'm still that and will always be that, it's like, you know, when it's because I have children, and I still call them like to me, they're just still children. So it's hard to, you know, make that connection. Like, they are adults though, you know, they have their own lives. And so, you know, transitioning to empty nesters and going on with that phase of our life is new to us. We don't know what that's like. We've always had them there, and they've been such an important part of our everyday life, right? And knowing that they're not going to be, you know, in the rooms upstairs, you know, it's a little sad, but it's also kind of exciting because we're moving on to this new phase. So again, when I talk about self-discovery, that's what I mean. So this journey isn't just for others, it's for me too. So I'm really excited to have you here. Hopefully, like I said, this is my first video. I will stop saying all the time, and I'll stop cutting my eyes, and you'll notice when I think of things, you know, my eyes kind of go like this, or so hopefully I'll get that, you know, figured out, and I'll feel a little bit more comfortable, because this is completely out of my comfort zone. But I truly see, I just did it. But I truly believe that when you take yourself out of your comfort zone, that is when you learn, whether it's learning something new about yourself or learning something about your capabilities. So again, super excited to have you here on this journey, and I hope that y'all have a great day. Until next time. So before I go, I have to show you this wall because it took me forever, and I'm so proud of it, and I really just want to show it. What? Look at that.